Hey man, say man, what to do, man? It's your boy Baby 3. We back with another video, man. Today's video, man, we're gonna be doing a little something different today. We ain't gonna be playing no games today. Um what we're gonna do is let me just do it back, a little backstory and shit like that. But me, I used to love Corey Kenshin. I still do to this day. I'll forever watch this man's the videos, man. He's just the GOAT at everything. And every Sunday he used to do spooky, scary stories, and I'm like, damn, like I always want to do something like that. And now that I have the setups and everything like that, I can do that. We're gonna do that today. Um, Not only that, man. Not only that. You're getting a double upload today. This will be the second video. The first video will be a gameplay of Fortnite. Make sure y'all go watch that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, but on this video right here, we're gonna be doing spooky scary stories. We're gonna pick at least 3, maybe 4 videos for today, and we're gonna get through them. Make sure you got your bev. Make sure you get your bev fam. You feel me? Make sure you get your bev. Can't forget about the snacks. If you don't got those snacks, you whack. You feel me? But without further ado, let's get straight to it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's just get straight to it. First video, man. All right, story 1. Let's get straight to it, man.
I was out doing a delivery one late night. It was probably the longest drive I've ever taken for a pizza delivery from the pizza place I used to work at. It was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live. Plus, they ordered 4 large pies, so I figured it was a party and I'd get a much bigger tip. Navigating the dirt roads at night was always annoying, though. I pulled up to the given address. It was some old, sketchy-looking building literally in the middle of a forest clearing. There were no cars parked anywhere, or any lights on. I put my car in park, and I called my boss. I asked him to reread the address at least 3 times to make sure I typed in the right place. I could tell he was in a really bad mood, and he told me to at least knock on the door and check it out. He would normally get mad if we took back 1 pie, but I was afraid of what he would do if I brought back 4. I was insanely unnerved, but I got out anyway and forced myself to the front door of the building. There was no doorbell, so I just knocked really hard. I heard nothing, and didn't really expect to hear anything. I was extremely disappointed, not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste of time and gas. I knocked 1 more time out of desperation, then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside the building. I knocked again, and yelled that I was the pizza guy. There was silence now. I felt a bit more uncomfortable now than before, but before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window. I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. All I noticed were their eyes. Their eyes were open wider than I knew possible, staring intently at me. I was disturbed enough by this to drop the pizzas and run back to my car. The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the 3rd time. I drove off the grass and back onto the dirt road, but I felt the car rocking about, shaking and bumping. Something wasn't right. I didn't make it far from the building before I started hearing a sharp scraping sound coming from outside. There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop. I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong. A chill ran up my spine as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats. My tires had been slashed and had completely fallen off the rim. Not just the front though. All 4 tires were slashed. I realized somebody did this when I was knocking on the door to that building. Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors. I was so close to that building I could practically see it from where I was if it weren't for the trees blocking the view.
You're dead, buddy.
I called 911 and told everything to the operator. She told me the cops would be over as soon as possible and that I need to stay hidden. I asked her if it's advisable to stay in the car or run, and she told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked. She asked me to stay on the line with...
Now, I'm sorry for pausing it, but let's be honest. Would you stay in the car or would you run for your fucking life? Me, personally, he's a runner. He's a track star. I'm gone, buddy. What the fuck is you talking about? I'm gone, bro. I'm not standing in no car, bro. You're an easy lick. I'm Usain Bolt. When it comes to this running shit, you feel me? When I gotta run from something that is life threatening or it's gonna fuck with my life situation, I'm gone. I'm gone, buddy. I'm not playing those type of games, dude. I promise you, I'm not. Can't do it. Won't do it. Will never do it. Can't do it. But yeah. Let's keep watching this.
With her until the cops would arrive. My whole body was shaking. In all directions, there was nothing but dark, seemingly endless forest. I knew it would take forever for the cops to get there. I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this. The next part is what utterly destroyed me. It still shakes me to this day, and I hope nobody ever has to experience this kind of fear. As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was outside, I looked in the rearview mirror, and there was the same person I saw at that window, eyes opened wider than ever. I could see now that it was a woman, and I could ever so slightly see a smile begin to spread across her face. I opened my door and full-on sprinted into the woods, not caring how much noise I made. I ran until I was out of breath, which didn't take long, and I hid behind a giant log on the ground. I tried to cover my loud breathing with my hand as I waited and waited for what felt like hours until I finally heard sirens in the distance. I gathered up all the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road. Eventually the glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life. They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights. I came out yelling at them like a lunatic to help me. I fell to the floor and started to gag, almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to ask me questions, to which I explained everything to the best of my ability. One of the two cars drove over to the building, and the two officers began to search the building. They came back with nothing except for a couple of spiky objects. These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires. The cops guessed that it was some kind of sick, demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately, as far as I know, they were never found, and that still kills me inside to this day. I obviously quit my job right after that and started working at a local grocery store. I know that I'll never forget seeing that woman at the back of my car.
Here's one thing you need to do.
I like the story. I just didn't like that it had like how it all played out. It just showed us like little things like, you in the woods and stuff like that. Like, ooh, that's not really scary. So we're gonna have to try something different, bro. Of course, people want to watch OnlyFans horror stories. Of course. 2015. Let's just watch this one.
I live on the outskirts of a mid-sized town in Wyoming. The whole reason I live here is because owning a huge plot of land isn't as impossible of a task as it can be in most other states. My house is small, but it was cozy enough for living alone. This happened 4 years ago, in 2019.
I'm sorry. But fuck, why you look like that? Look, why you look like that? Why your eyes so goddamn big, bro? Your forehead a little hefty, kid. I'm done talking. I'm done talking shit. My bad.
It was spring, and we were going through a month of pouring rain almost every single day. It was a Sunday, and I was home from work, spending the day watching TV and resting. Sometime around 6 or 7, I got an unexpected knock at my door. I barely heard it through the rain, and when I answered the door, I was even more surprised to see it was some random guy, not a mailman or anything of the sorts. Someone coming all the way out onto my property without notice was very unusual.
Yujiro Hama. Ugly ass nigga. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me get, okay.
Being that it was far out of the way. "How can I help you?" I said. The guy, looking somewhere in his late 20s, said he'd been camping out in the woods nearby and had gotten into some trouble and needed a place to stay for the night. With the location of my house, if he wasn't lying, then showing up at my doorstep would make sense because I was the closest place within the woods by at least 5 or 6 miles. It was also pouring out, which made me feel even worse for him, but it still didn't take away from the possible danger of letting a stranger into my home. I offered him a phone call to get a ride into town, but the guy denied my offer. After bluntly saying he couldn't stay here, the guy walked off. I watched him go down the dirt road a little ways, then he veered off and walked into the woods. As odd as that was, I didn't have it on my mind for more than a few minutes before I was back to watching TV. I didn't check the time very often, but it had to be at least 2 hours later and well into the night when I saw an orange glare coming from the window by my backyard. I got up and moved the curtain. Through the rain and fog, I saw a campfire right in the middle of the woods outside my house. It was small, flickering under a large tree as
You do your thing, and you do it well. Now, it's time to do it big.
the rain poured down on
These
it.
ads, bro.
Standing
What's
next
wrong with
to
these
it,
ads, my
there
nigga?
was the outline of a figure holding something. I couldn't tell though if he was facing my house or into the woods. After a moment, I closed the curtains and picked up my phone, calling the police to let them know about this person outside my house. I knew it would take probably an hour for them to get here, and whoever was out there wasn't doing me any harm, but at the very least I wanted them away from my house before I went to bed. Once I got off the phone with the officer, I checked the window again. The fire was still burning lightly, but the figure wasn't there. Then I heard footsteps coming toward the house. I ran to the other window and caught sight of him walking past with a hunting rifle in his hand before he turned the corner and went to the front door. He banged on it a few times, then it went quiet. I grabbed my self-defense handgun from the hallway closet and hid around a wall, still trying to process the situation I was in. He hit the door again. This time I could tell it was with the stock of his rifle, nearly breaking a panel out of the door. In this moment, I could only think that I had to try to deter him immediately before it becomes life or death for one of us. I shot around toward the edge of the doorframe, deafening myself for a second as the shot rang through the house. When my hearing came back, all I heard was the rain pouring down. No footsteps, banging, or yelling. I gathered up courage after 5 minutes of no sounds and looked out the peephole, seeing an empty porch, and outside in the yard were clear footprints going away from the house. He must have run right after the shot during the couple seconds I couldn't hear. Police did a thorough search and found some strange details. Out by where the campfire was, they found a duffel bag with evidence of it having been buried nearby and likely dug up just hours before the attack. What they told me is that it was most likely a burglary kit, or possibly even a murder kit, that was planted in advance with the intent to be dug up and used later on. This means whoever attacked me had planned it and had been right outside my house at least once before that night. Why he attacked me specifically is not known, and who and where he is currently is still no closer to being figured out than it was 4 years ago. I still live in the same house and worry every day that he might come back.
Oh yeah, he gonna come back. He gonna finish what he started. Are y'all getting a little scared of this? You know, these little stories, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really not getting scared of these. These right here is not really like nothing, bro. Yesterday or last night, I watched The Boogeyman. I ain't gonna lie to you. It brought back some memories. PTSD memories, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was fucked up. I had to watch the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse to go to sleep. That shit is not a game. It's not. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was my best friend last night. I ain't gonna lie to you. Slept with my thumb in my mouth. Gone, nigga. Slept great. Before Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, nigga, I was over here looking around. I ain't gonna lie to you. Remind you, I'm all in the dark. By myself. Why? Why did I choose to do this? I don't know. But it was a bad decision. It was a bad decision, most definitely. Controller dropped under the bed. You thought I was gonna get that? Roku remote on the phone. I don't play no games. I'm black. I'm not grabbing that. I wait till the morning. And guess what I did? Waited till the morning. Fuck out of here. No. But we need some scary, like, spooky, scary stories. Like, no, we need some. Or, damn, I can't spell. Yeah, these are cool and all, but like, where the. Like, these are not like. What did Bro, I'm making this video longer than it has to be. So, I'm gonna give y'all two more stories, bro. I'm trying to pick some good ones, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You might watch that one. I think I'm doing a little too much now. I wonder if I click on that, will it give me like stories like that? Like those right there, I don't. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and go with it. Where's it at?
When you kick ass in your favorite game, you want to share it with the world. That's when Outplayed comes in. It auto-captures your gameplay.
Alright.
Hey, my name is Robbie, and I'm a huge horror movie fan. When I say I'm a horror fan, I don't just mean the latest movies, like The Conjuring or Annabelle. No, I really am a living encyclopedia of horror movies. Like any big horror fan, my favorite movie is The Exorcist. I've lost count of the number of times I've seen that movie. I remember everything about it. Every scare, every scene, every dialogue, everything. Some people said I was obsessed with the movie, and to be honest, they might be right. The problem was when my obsession perhaps went too far, and knowing what I was in for, I opened a door that should have never been opened. That night, I allowed something evil and cruel to take advantage of my curiosity, and from what I saw that night, I could have suffered a fate far worse than death. It all began on an August afternoon. It was a completely normal day. I didn't expect anything special to happen. I was simply going to take advantage of my day off from work to go run and rest. I didn't really have many motivations. I didn't have a partner.
Okay, so this is a grown man. I literally thought this was a kid. So he took off of work to go run, do a late night run. I don't know why. Buddy, go get that bread. The fuck is you doing? You love horror movies so much to the point where you don't have a partner. Buddy, I think you need therapy, psychiatrist, all types of shit, because at the end of the day, bro, go ahead and get laid, know what it feels like to not be, fuck, I can't talk, god damn it. Get to know how it feel. Fuck. You need to know how it feels. I can't, bro, it's really pissing me off. But listen, you need to know how pussy feels, not how to get scared, buddy. Come on, damn. Come on, bro. You really need that, bro. Come on, you taking L's out here.
I didn't have many projects, and I lived alone in a huge house since my parents had died in a traffic accident a few years ago. All I wanted to do was watch horror movies, and I was happy with that. I had already had breakfast and was about to go for a run when suddenly something caught my attention. I received a strange email from an email composed of random letters and a domain I didn't know. The email had written, "As requested, here's the original cut of The Exorcist." Underneath, there was a link. I know a little bit about computers, and I knew that opening an unknown link from a strange email would be a bad idea. But I was very curious, and to be honest, I asked them to send me the link. A few days ago, I was on Reddit, and a user was saying that he had the cassette of the original cut of The Exorcist before they made the last edition to take it to the movies. He said he couldn't send us the cassette, but he filmed the whole movie with his camera. I was one of the few people who asked him for it, and to tell the truth, I didn't think he was going to send it to me. Almost hypnotized, I opened the link, praying that my computer would not be invaded by a virus. But to my surprise, nothing of the sort happened. The link took me to a movie ready to play, and when I did, I sat down and watched as The Exorcist began. I transferred from the computer to the television and plopped down on my couch to watch it. At first, the movie was exactly the same as the original. There were a few mistakes and a few scenes out of place. I noticed that the color of the movie was a little different. The sound was also strange.
Bro, that shit was so random. Why? This shit was so random. Bro, this is not even a fucking scary, this is supposed to be scary today, bro. It's not supposed to be funny. Fuck.
But that was because the person who sent the link was filming a television. The whole movie went normally until, in the middle of the movie, something strange started to happen. Since the scenes with Regan being possessed started to become frequent, I started to feel a strange vibe in the house. As if the sound of the demon's voice was spreading and echoing throughout the dining room of my own house. I felt quite uncomfortable since, in all the times I had seen the movie, I never felt this way. It was like watching the movie for the first time. Suddenly, the screen flickered and turned off. I was left in total darkness, all alone. The rain pounded on the window, creating a monotonous sound that accentuated my loneliness. At what point did it start raining? I was about to go for a run. The day was totally clear. I tried to turn on the lights, but they didn't work. My breathing became rapid and shallow as I fought the growing sense of panic. Then a dim light illuminated the dining room. I looked up at the TV screen, which came on by itself. But something was wrong. The movie continued. But it was impossible. The computer was off, and what I saw on the TV was supposed to be broadcasting from there. Out of absolute nowhere, a soft giggle echoed in the room.
Step into Wix Studio, the
As
new
you
web
always
creation
fucking some
platform
shit up, bro.
built for agencies.
Hey,
Where
man, it's
creative
444 right now. It's
A
444.
giggle.
It's 444. Make a wish, man. Make a wish. Make a wish. I wish to be rich in this YouTube shit. You feel me? I wish to have, you know, fans that, you know, show love, you know, comment, you know, subscribe, share, all that. So happily. Are we supposed to say our wishes out loud? I don't think we're supposed to do that. I guess I'm not getting it. You know what? Never mind, bro.
That didn't come from the movie. This laughter was just like the sounds I heard before, only louder. At that moment, I realized that the sounds from before were not coming from the computer. They were coming from my house. The atmosphere became denser, as if the air itself was charged with oppressive energy. My muscles tensed, and I felt a pressure in my chest, as if something invisible was squeezing me. The light on the screen flickered again, and this time, a blurred figure appeared behind my own reflection. It was a dark shadow, a presence that had no definite shape. It was as if Pazuzu, the same demon I was watching in the movie, was now in my living room, watching me. I tried to get up and run, but my body did not respond. I was paralyzed, watching helplessly as the shadow slowly approached. I felt an icy breath on my neck, and my skin crawled. The malevolent laughter echoed in my ears, drowning out any other sound. At that moment, the temperature in the room dropped sharply. I could see my own breath in the air, forming small white clouds. The shadow materialized in front of me, fully assuming Pazuzu's form. Its eyes glowed with a demonic light, and its smile was twisted and malicious. I didn't know what to do. I thought this was the end. From the dining room, still paralyzed in my seat, I could hear the doors opening violently throughout the house. From the kitchen, I could hear the dishes fall violently from the cupboard, and the glass of the windows began to crack and even break. Pazuzu's silhouette began to slowly float in my direction. It seemed to be enjoying my fear. It was as if it knew it could take its time with me, that I could do nothing to run away or to defend myself. Once I had the figure next to me, he slowly approached me and whispered something in my ear. As soon as he finished speaking, my body froze and I started to cry. I wanted to vomit so badly, but I held it in and stayed on the floor in the fetal position. You wonder what he said in my ear, don't you? To be honest, I have no idea what he said. It's as if whatever he said was lost from my memory as soon as he finished uttering the last letter. I lay on the floor, crying for a while longer. Seconds, minutes, hours passed. The code of the room was gone, and I was alone. I don't know what had happened with the demon. I just lay on the floor, confused, not aware of where I was or what was happening. Suddenly, the movie titles appeared, and I regained consciousness. It had only been an hour, but it felt like days. As soon as I woke up, I deleted the email where I had received the link to the movie and turned off the computer. I had had enough of The Exorcist for that day. I can imagine what you are thinking. Am I possessed? The answer is no. In the few months that have passed, nothing has happened to me that would lead me to believe such a thing. What I can inform is that since that day, misfortune has followed me. I was fired from my job, and I never got a job again. I basically live on my savings. I had several traffic accidents, some more complicated than others. And many of my family members began to die. Any person, be it a girlfriend or a friend who tries to get into my life, starts to go through the same thing I did, so they end up distancing themselves from me. Since that day, I have felt alone, scared, and depressed. It's as if my life is being consumed with each passing second. I really don't know what I saw that day. But I feel that, just like the actors and people who worked on The Exorcist, I am now cursed. Hello everyone. We are thrilled that you have been enjoying our videos. Your support.
Right now, this is I'ma just, you know, listen. what I'm gonna do here is basically what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just end it off on that note, bro. I don't know. I don't. Dog, these are not scary to me, bro. I think after Boogeyman, bro, they like it's just it just went it went down. It just went down. It just went down. Next week Sunday would be way better. That's not, next week Sunday would be way better. And if y'all guys want to send me any of like any scary stories or anything like that, bro, just let me know. I'm a hashtag. That's a hashtag. I'm gonna put my Discord link in the description. I'm gonna put it in the description. I'm gonna just put all my social medias in the description, and you send whatever you have to them links, whatever link you want to send it to, just send it there. And by Sunday, I will have a bunch, hopefully a bunch, to do another spooky scary story. You feel me? So without further ado, man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Let's just keep it going, bro. Let's just keep it going, and yeah, let's make next week better. This right here, I give this spooky scary story a 3 out of 10, bro. A 3 out of 10. It was terrible. I really wasn't scared. I thought this Exorcist horror story thing was gonna be good, but nah, it really wasn't. It really wasn't scary. The ghost really pissed me off because why the fuck you moving like this the whole time? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you're not scary, bro. Like, if you trying to get down, you trying to break down and shit, we can get, we could break it down, or you won't. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, man. Hopefully, hopefully next week would be way better. Like I said, link in the bio, a little link in the description, and we'll see y'all on the next one, man. I appreciate y'all. We out.